the seeker asks Nisargadatta Maharaj that there are so many theories, so many concepts, so many teachings, and which one of them is true? And Nisargadatta Maharaj says, I will read out his words from the book I Am That. He says, theories are neither right nor wrong. They are attempts at explaining the inexplicable. It is not the theory that matters, but the way it is tested. It is the testing of the theory that makes it fruitful. Experiment with any theory you like. If you are truly earnest and honest, the attainment of reality will be yours. As a living being, you are caught in an untenable and painful situation, and you are seeking a way out. You are being offered several plans of your prison. None quite true, but they are all of some value only if you are dead earnest. It is the earnestness that liberates and not the theory. So there are many people who love reading and exploring theory, but very few who actually put that theory to test, as Nisargadatta Maharaj is saying. A classic example is of a person who could be very well versed in scriptures, who could memorize all the scriptures, all the verses by heart, but deep down he remains utterly conflicted. Now, to remain conflicted is human conditioning. Every human conditioning is conflicted. But the thing is that the one who's free is aware of their conflicts. And that awareness brings about a tremendous change. It gives the power of earnestness. Earnestness to seek the truth. Otherwise, all effort is in vain. If we just get sidelined by distractions here and there, we are not sincere. So Maharaj tells the questioner that read any theory that you like, but ultimately it is not the theory which is going to lead you to truth. In fact, he is saying be practical. Put the theory to test. Examine yourself when situation is difficult. What goes through within you, and examine where is the center from which everything is arising. Where is this me that you claim you are? Maharaj further says, your sincerity will guide you. Devotion to the goal of freedom and perfection will make you abandon all theories and systems and live by wisdom, intelligence, and active love. Theories may be good as starting points, but must be abandoned. The sooner, the better. So he says ultimately all theories must be abandoned because concepts by themselves do not help. They are just starting point. Ultimately, you have to go within. And when you go within, you find a lot of peace and harmony, because within there is no disturbance. Within, the most intimate aspect of your existence, which is the being, is ever present. And I'll just read last few words from this text. He says, Maharaj says, when you are in dead earnest, you bend every incident, every second of your life to your purpose. You do not waste time and energy on other things. You are totally dedicated, call it will or love or plain honesty. We are complex beings at war within and without. We contradict ourselves all the time, undoing today the work of yesterday. No wonder we are stuck. A little of integrity would make a lot of difference. Integrity, with integrity, Maharaj here refers to commitment to the goal, which is just come back to the I am. Abide in your beingness, which is I am, which is your true nature, which is free from all experiences, but is at the same time one with it. And he says that we human beings are conflicted people. We are contradictory. And we will meditate for days, and then one moment we will just act completely irrationally. And there's nothing wrong with acting irrationally. But it's just that when we get caught up in that act and we think that we are the doers, when I say that I acted irrationally, I was not supposed to behave like that, that is when I'm getting caught up in my own story. And Maharaj here is clearly saying that earnestness is just getting out of the story and looking at the reality of your existence, the I am. The I amness or the beingness cannot be denied. Every other experience is fleeting, but the I amness is ever present. There is another example Maharaj gives where he says that when you look at a water and there are winds, the water forms waves in a lake, and the reflection of the moon appears wavy. So the moon will appear distorted and wavy. But in reality, is the moon distorted? Is the moon wave-like? No. The moon is solid and round. That is what your true nature is like. Your true nature is solid. Your true nature cannot be untouched. Peace is your true nature, which shines as the I amness within you, the consciousness. And nothing can ever touch that. So an earnest seeker will come back to that place of rest and calmfulness, despite what happens in life. That is your refuge, that is home, and it is here and now. It does not require any step, any particular practice. It does not even require the use of will, because will originates from it. It is prior to any thought. It is the substratum where the thoughts play. Therefore, it is readily accessible. It is your most intimate experience. But yes, we get diverted in life, and there's nothing wrong with it. It happens. We get diverted. We start clinging on to external things. We start clinging to people. We start clinging to objects, thinking that they will provide us pleasure. But what is seen as pleasure is pain in disguise. That's what Maharaj says in this book. And there is a last very powerful question which the questioner asks. He says, what is more powerful, desire or destiny? And Maharaj says, desire shapes destiny. He's talking about the desire to know oneself. So when that desire is strong, it shapes individual's destiny. The roadblocks are removed automatically. Whatever obstacles and paths you are facing in life right now, you may say that I'm a householder, I don't have time to meditate. You may say that I'm in a very difficult financial situation and I have to focus on my living. Whatever may be your concern in this moment, the desire to know oneself is primary for the earnest seeker. The earnest seeker never compromises with the desire of knowing oneself, even if that means that one has to live a hard life or forego certain things. So, that kind of conviction is required for the seeker of truth. But yes, theories and concepts by themselves do not mean much. They will just take you up to a certain point. But beyond that, it is your own being which will just take you far, which will take you into the vastness, into the unknown. Maharaj says you are free now.